Hey guys, how's it going? Alan here, back again with yet another reaction video. But this is not gonna be just any reaction video. This is me talking a lot about Mission Souls. So if you guys don't want to hear me talk a lot over the video or just talk a lot in general, and you'd rather hear the band without any interruption, please go to their channel and watch their original uploads because I'm gonna be talking a lot, kind of like just telling you guys why I became such a huge fan of Mission Souls. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So, yeah, let's get started. So, do you find yourself staying up late at night because you can't help it? Your day's not complete or your night's not complete without watching Mission Souls. So, not only do you watch Mission Souls at night, you watch multiple videos because you can't just have one video. It's like a potato chip, you got to have more. And before you know it, it's really late and you got to wake up early or go to work the next day or whatever. But do you find yourself in that situation? Do you find yourself reading all the comments because you find it just as enjoyable as actually watching and listening to this family band? Do you find yourself playing videos on repeat just so you can get to all the comments, even if there's like 300 of them? I know I read all the comments because I just find it very enjoyable personally to be reading all the comments just as much as the actual playing and covers that they do. That's when you know you're a true fan, when you enjoy reading all the comments, and I definitely do that. Do you find yourself discovering bands that you never heard of before, or bands that you know existed but you never really gave them the time or was really a fan of the band until you hear Mission Souls do a cover of them? And then all of a sudden it's like discovering a new band, even though some of these bands have been around for a while. So that happened to me quite a bit. So that's also another indication that you are a fan of this band and they're just opening your eyes to all these different bands that you never knew existed or you're rediscovering again. So that's another situation that I find myself in. So there's just so many reasons that I enjoy watching Mission Souls, and they are just so good. Besides their talent, it's just mind blowing how young they are and how good they are at what they do. And yeah, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. I know I'm forgetting other things and other reasons that I think about why I became such a huge fan of Mission Souls, but those are just some of the reasons why I became a huge fan of this family. And I especially love it listening to the kids do their thing. My main genre and what I really listen to and enjoy listening to forever, as far as I can remember, is rock music, and that's where they excel, in my opinion. Especially when it's just the kids doing the cover. Don't get me wrong, Sheena, Mama Sheena, is just such a great singer, and I gotta give her credit, and and also Daddy Sakan. Let's just face it, he's just the main brain out of this whole operation, right? He's the reason why they sound so good. His talent, besides being a multi instrumentalist, being an audio engineer, just really shines through when he does all the mixing for this family. And yeah, he's the reason why they are above and beyond everybody else when it comes to YouTube channels and even the professional groups. I just find that Daddy Seconds mixing is just top notch, and that's another reason why he's everybody is an integral part of this band. But I do love that when the kids get together and they do their own thing and they're playing rock music. Yeah, so there's quite a few reasons why I love this band, and if you're just like me and you have the MS syndrome or whatever you want to call it, you can't help but be addicted and watch their videos over and over again. You are in a safe place. This is a safe place for you. You are home. This is a support group. We're all under the same illness, if you want to call it. We're just so addicted to Mission Souls. You have come to the right place, and you're amongst friends, and we understand you. I totally understand you, and I support you. So welcome to my channel. This is Alan. This is my channel, and if you haven't been here before, I welcome you in. So, having said that, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play a couple of examples, and we're gonna really do a deep dive into this band, this family. So I chose a couple of videos that to me stood out as far as their performances. This is not necessarily the biggest covers that they've done as far as views are on their channel. This is the lesser popular videos that they've uploaded. But to me, it represents why I really enjoy listening to Mission Souls and specifically the kids. So this song's the first one is gonna be "Letters to You" by Finch. Um, I never really heard of Finch, even though I'm a rock fan. I think they've been around 15 to 20 years, and I think they're still touring. Part of being a Mission Souls fan is discovering bands that you never really heard of, and then you see them cover it, and you're like, "Hey, what is this?" Right? I really like it. You never heard of this song before, or you know a little bit about the band, or never heard of the band, but for some reason it just kind of like clicked, and you're like, "Damn, this is a pretty good song." And you end up like checking the original artist and becoming a fan of the original artist because of Mission Souls. And that to me is just kind of crazy, and a good sign of a good band, a good cover band, is that you enjoy their covers so much that you can't help but check out the original artist. So that's happened to me quite a few times, and this is one of them. This is them doing a cover of Finch, "Letters to You," and they have other ones, but let's just go ahead and watch this one. I could have picked a bunch of different ones, but we just need to get started. So let's go ahead and do that with this one, and I'm gonna do more talking and breaking it down. So let's go.
Can't you see that I wanna be there with open arms? It's empty tonight and I'm all alone. Get me through this one. Do you notice I'm gone?
So I mentioned earlier that I went to look for Finch to kind of like find out more about them because I didn't really know much about Finch, and I don't really know any of their song. I've kind of sort of heard of Finch, but I was never really a fan until now, which is kind of crazy. But I picked this song. Pay attention to Ice and how much he's enjoying this song, and you can really tell by the way he's drumming and how much enjoyment he's getting out of it. And that's one of the reasons. And also, I'll talk more about it as we continue, but that's one of the main reasons. And yeah, I really love this song now. Thanks to Mission Souls. I'm sorry, I just remembered also Finch do a lot of screaming vocals, which obviously Mission Souls don't do. But for some reason, I don't really miss it. But when I watch them, I'm like, oh, that's interesting that they have screaming vocals. I would have just lost my mind if one of the kids did screaming. Say Nasus did some screaming, I would have been like, holy crap. But I don't really need it. I don't really miss it. But that was just interesting to me.
I want you to know that I miss you. I miss you so. I want you to know that I miss you. I miss you so.
Sorry, I'm gonna be pausing a lot. Like I said, just breaking it down and going into a deep dive. So I hope that doesn't bother you. But I also love Sorry, excuse me. Love the harmonies that they do. I just think that they sound so well together, especially Nisha. We all know about how crazy Nisha when you let her cook in the guitar, but holy crap, I just love her vocals when she's doing the backup and harmonies with Stacy. The thing with Naces, either she's really far back in the mix because I don't really hear her as well as I hear Nisha. I bet she's got a really good voice, but either she's too far back in the mix. That is second. Maybe you can do something about that, or her vocals, her tone is just so similar to Stacy that it's really hard to pick it up and kind of isolate it. There's just not enough contrast. But in general, I just really love their harmonies. It's just so enjoyable. Just look at Ice over here. He's really into it. And listens to Nisha. Give this guy a double pedal. I just think that he's ready for it. He's just gonna make their rock songs like even better. In some rock songs, it does require or metal, it does require a double pedal. So give this guy one already, because I think he'll just excel in. Because if you look at both of his feet, they're very busy. So he can definitely do more with his left foot. So if he had a double pedal, man, talk about being dynamic and just being like really big and loud. I think he can do it, and I think they should do it sooner than later. Sounds so good. Go, Ice. Look at him. This is another thing with Ice. I've never seen a drummer lose a stick or move his kit around as much as Ice. But for some reason, and this is a testament to him being just an awesome drummer, he just never misses a beat. He just keeps on playing and somehow manages to keep the timing and not get messed up by that little flub. And to me, that's just an amazing, such a mature professional type of drummer to be able to handle those little mistakes like that. Let's see if we can watch that again. He's gonna lose it right here. Not yet. Right there. Just grabs another stick and keep playing. He just got too excited, I guess. Yes. So that's the first one. that I wanted to kind of highlight. And again, it's not the most popular upload that they've done. They've done better ones as far as like views are concerned. But this is kind of like my favorite, besides the genre being rock. And I think that this is kind of like where the kids excel. And I know that this is also their favorite genre. They're just so talented that they can pretty much do any genre, right? Especially when mom and dad are like involved. Sheena can do so much belting those harder songs vocally. They're just so dynamic and just so able to do anything, right? It's just they're just so good. So give me some time to look for the next song that we're gonna be listening to. Okay, so I picked another song. We're gonna do two songs, and this one is "My Heart" by Paramore. Paramore is one of those bands that I don't think they're even around anymore. But about 20 years ago, right, is when they're, or 15 years ago is when they were really big. And I know Paramore, of course. Everybody have heard of Paramore, but I was never really a big fan of theirs. And there's only one song that I know, that song that they did for Twilight called "The Code." And I know, like I said, I've watched pretty much all Mission Souls uploads and videos. So I've watched all their videos multiple times. So I'm very familiar with Mission Soul. So from now on, unless it's a fresh new upload by them, I've already seen it. And I'm going to be doing reviews, which is what I'm doing now, and not so much a first time reaction video, right? And I hope that's okay. I can't help it. I'm just a huge fan, and I can't help but listen to them every day and over and over again, especially at night. So I know that I'm not alone when it comes to that. So Paramore, I only know one song, and then when I started listening to Mission Souls, I've heard "That's What You Get," "Crush," and this one song that I chose specifically because I wanted to highlight Stacy. She deserves a whole lot more love because I just feel like she's such an important part of the band, and she doesn't get enough recognition sometimes. So that's why I picked this one. And also, this is one of those songs that I'm like, ooh, that's a Paramore song? And I discovered this song, "Crush," through Mission Souls. So I went back and looked at Paramore because of Mission Souls, which I just find like just crazy, right? So that's what we're gonna be watching next. Is "My Heart," and I know that the kids are a huge, huge fan of Paramore. That's why I know they also like rock. This is an easier one for eyes, that's for sure.
I am finding out that maybe I was wrong.
Ice already looks bored back there.
That I've fallen down and I can't do this alone. Stay with me.
So another good example of Nisha's just excellent backup vocals. If you listen to her, her vocals really stands out, separate from Stacy. And this is what I'm saying. When Naces do the backup, sometimes I can hardly like hear her because there's just not enough contrast. I feel that's why I think Nisha is the one that does mostly the backup vocals when it's just the four of them. Naces is not doing any of that right now, but I bet you I would love to hear more of Naces' voice. Maybe they can do a cover that will highlight her voice a little bit better. But Nisha, man, I just love her tone. She's just a rock star. Everybody here's a rock star. I don't really have a favorite, but I can tell you guys what I love for each individual members of this band, including their parents, right? After all, without their parents, none of this would be possible, right? They're responsible for this whole thing that we're watching. But just pay attention to Nisha's singing, and she just does a really great job doing the backup vocals. And I'll talk about Stacy a little bit later on.
This is
Okay, it's a good segue to talk about Naces a little bit. Naces, to me, is just so talented. She's equally adept at playing the keyboards as much as she is with the bass. The bass, her playing is just phenomenal. You know, again, I feel like she needs to be given more credit, especially going back to when they did the cover for bandmate Bestie. Bestie was a very challenging cover for them because bandmate is known for being such really awesome instrumentalist, and Misa. What makes a bandmate unique is that you can really hear the bass do a lot of leads and very upfront on the mix, and not a lot of bands do that. And that's what I like about bandmate is that you can hear everybody's instruments equally well the way they do their songs. And to me, Mission Souls is the same way. Daddy Sekan really does a good job putting all the instruments together in a mix, blending them, and you can really hear the bass, and you can really hear Nace's bass, and she is just awesome playing the bass. And I just kind of like wanted to mention that because she needs to get a love from the way she plays that axe.
This time I will be listening. Sing us a song and we'll sing it back to you. We can sing our own, but what would it be without you? This heart, it beats for only
Look at this little
you.
guy.
This heart, it beats for only you.
All right, let's talk about Stacy. Stacy's about to go off on the vocals on this one, and to me, it's one of the best performances that she's done so far as vocals are concerned. But how do you describe Stacy? To me, is Stacy needs to get a lot of credit with the role that she plays in the band. Not only she does a really good job playing the rhythm guitar, and I've heard her do some of the leads. Also, she takes some of the lead roles in playing, and sometimes she does kind of like a dual lead guitar with Nisha, and she's a really good player, you guys. And not only that, and I mentioned this before also that it's difficult to like play the guitar and sing at the same time, and that's just like two things that are just hard to do to begin with, and then combining them is even more difficult. But she does such a solid job, always so consistent, and her vocals, she's really coming into her own. And one day, she's still really young, guys. I mean, she sounds a little bit young in her vocals, but that's okay. She's only freaking 12, man. She is young. So I'm okay with the way she sounds right now. But mark my words, she's gonna mature and she's already getting better. Every video that I see, the recent upload, she's getting better and better with her vocals. And she's gonna get even better. And just wait and see. In 1 or 2 years, she's gonna be just as good as her mom. Her mom is just a phenomenal singer, right? And a lot of her tones and a lot of her quality really is coming from mom, and she sounds just like her mom, but less mature. If you understand what I'm trying to say, doesn't mean it's not good. It's just tone wise, it's just different right now, right? But she's gonna develop and she's gonna gain more confidence, and the more she matured, the more confidence that she gets, be more comfortable as being the center of attention, being the lead singer for this four kids. I think she's just gonna blossom even more. She's already doing it now, but man, I cannot wait next year, later on this year, how well she's gonna sound even more. She already sounds great, and she is definitely in her element when she's singing rock or when she's singing alternative type of songs. And this is just a good example. And she's about to sing her little heart out right now for us, you guys. Let's keep going on the last part of this video, which is like the best part when it comes to Stacy. Here we go.
This heart, it beats, beats for only you. My heart is yours. This heart, it beats, beats for only you. My heart is yours. This heart, it beats, beats for only you. My heart is yours. This heart, it beats, beats for only you. My heart,
Ah,
my heart is yours.
sounds so good.
My heart is yours. My heart is yours. My heart is.
Yes. Good Lord. to me, to me, that part, especially Stacy just singing her heart out, is just warms my heart. And together with Nisha's backup vocal, it's just chef's kiss. It's just so good listening to the melody and the harmony. Just such a phenomenal cover, and yeah, I went and checked Paramore just to see what this song is all about and what they sound like. But that's the thing with Mission Souls; they sound so close to the original. Some people complain about that they don't change their covers enough to make it sound like more like Mission Souls. But I beg to differ. I think it takes a lot of effort and talent to sound as close to the original as possible. And you can kind of like thank Daddy Sekan for that, just the way he mixes the song. But not only that, I feel like it's okay to try to match the original note per note, because no matter what you do, you are who you are, and you're gonna sound like you. You know what I mean? So Mission Souls, even though they try to sound and emulate the original as close as possible, it still sounds like Mission Souls to me. There's just little things that they do that makes it Mission Souls. And Nisha especially is so talented in the guitar that sometimes she adds her thing to the solos, or comes up with solos on her own, and you just don't notice because it's so perfect for the song. It just blends in so seamlessly with the original, and you're like don't really notice it until later on. Or if you really know the original, you're like, hey, wait a minute, that was never in the original, but they changed that. So that happens too. So yeah, Mission Souls do Mission Souls stuff, even though they sound similar, very close to the original. They do their own thing. So I just want to give them the world of credit when it comes to that kind of stuff, and I'm just such a huge fan. And I hope that you guys manage to make it all the way to the end with me with my constant talking. And then thank you for allowing me to kind of like express how I feel and what I've been thinking about when it comes to Mission Souls and how they become such a very important part of my musical journey at this stage in my life, and how I'm so thankful that they're around, and I hope that they or they continue making music, not only for our enjoyment but also for their growth and development. And but don't forget school, you guys. It's very important that you stay focused in your studies. Besides doing music, which is obviously what you love. But I just wish you guys the best, and keep making music for us. We're gonna be here to support you, and I wanna again thank you. And I'll see you guys on my next upload. Take care.